But I don't know. Listen, I still say, and maybe I'm wrong. I don't wish anyone, pain in the world. I still think, Jen Shah is like 10. I don't know. I think like 5, 10 years. Well, I was saying 5 with these new sentences of 10. I'm thinking 10. I'm thinking 10 years, man. It's a long
Well,
time.
Elizabeth Holmes, basically they're saying 11 years, but she's only going to serve probably half because probably good behavior. She's
Right.
going to be in a low security prison, right? But still, I was thinking about this. Elizabeth Holmes, pregnant with her second child, going to give birth, I think, like, I don't know, March, April. And then she'll be, I don't know if she starts serving her sentence in April or May. Anyway, I can't imagine as a mother and so many people listening to this who are parents. I mean, I cannot imagine leaving your newborn child. You're going for 5 years and you're probably not going 11, but 5 years is a long time. Like you talked about 5 Christmases or 5 birthdays, you're missing all that. All that.
Imagine it's like going in and then, coming out and being like, I mean, you obviously, what's going on when you're in, but it's like, oh, wait, like we have a reality TV star from one of the biggest shows at that time called The Apprentice, who's now our president. Or like there's this thing called TikTok. Or I mean, we could just go 5 years, like major, now there's Twitter and Instagram and like just think like whatever. Or there's this thing called COVID and we were all locked in our houses for like I mean, it's you
That
miss
got a lot of
a
people out though. That
real,
was a good
yeah, but
that actually
you
worked in
know what
jail.
I mean. Like
Yeah.
you miss a real, like the world has shifted. I don't know. So
But I want to go back to the Chrisleys. Just I know we mostly talk
sure.
Bravo, but you've had them on, and I'm so curious. I mean, they were also huge, huge reality stars. Does it shock you in interviewing them, or do you think it's just fitting? She went along with it, which I think is so crazy. This week, the government is asking Todd Chrisley to go to jail for 27 years. They want him to go between 22 and 27 because his crimes were so devious. They apparently made up tax returns. Then they had an accountant sign off on it saying that they were worth this money with his real estate group, which they weren't worth half of it. So he could get loans, $30 million in loans. Couldn't pay him back, knowingly defrauded. And then aren't they two smart people for years? I'm talking 2012, 13, 14, 15. They never paid taxes. You don't think that the government, the biggest thing, you and I have talked about this. You do one fucking thing in your life, pay your goddamn tax. Report, because that is the thing. They will come for you. Oh my God, will they come for you? I have been audited. Okay. And I do it by the book. And they are relentless about being, and they make you sound like you are guilty before. I'm like, excuse me. Hello. I have recorded and paid my taxes and submitted my taxes faithfully every year. So get the fuck off my phone, IRS. Anyway, I'm just kidding.
Yes, and yes. When I had my other company back in the day that I sold, I mean, same thing. I have never, I don't know where I find them. I find the most conservative accountants that are like, no. They say everything is a no. I am so by the book. I overpay. I'm owed refunds. I'm like, no. I don't want the fucking money. Give it to them. And if I overpaid, give it back to me. I am so conservative, which is why I'm very anti living above your means. But same thing. And I even got audited. I'm like, no, I'm going to be involved in this audit because I'm, corporate tax attorney. I understand what's going on. I'm going to sit with this person when they come. We're going to go through it all. And then like, okay, there was never a problem, but I agree with you. Listen, it's the same thing with Erica.
Did you think he was a scammer when you had him on? Did you think this person is a complete narcissistic scammer, Todd Chrisley?
I mean, it doesn't shock me. I mean, they were on together, Julie and Todd. They were on together. Like, I'm not. It's just for what? Like, they love things. I love things too. I mean, look, you see on the show, Todd has this, and now I'm going to buy a new cashmere sweat. It's just, I mean, that's the thing about all this. Like, it's all for the same reason. It's because you want Louis and Gucci and cars and houses and boats, right? It's not my child has, a rare form of cancer or needs this drug and we can't afford. It's never that. It's never that was on Good Girls with Retta. That show was great. Where Retta was doing it for her daughter. Her daughter, I think, needed dialysis or something. It's like, it's always for bags. And again, Nobody buys more fucking Louis Vuitton and Gucci than me. I am sick, but I can afford it. And then we move on. You buy it, you pay it, you move on. Why are you doing this for what? Just live a normal life, man. So look,
Do
I
you
didn't.
think they ever would have gotten on TV if they were normal?
No, that's the thing. And so you listen, I do feel for their kids. I didn't get that vibe, but it was a controlled interview. I mean, they were media trained, like you said. It wasn't like, when I have, Mackenzie Phillips, who, got molested by her father, and we actually are going there and we're talking about her drug addiction. And, this was a very like kiss the ring, that's Todd and Julie, which is fine. A lot of my interviews are that way. I knew I couldn't get it. So it wasn't like I was shocked. No.
Do you,
But,
I mean, Julie, it's so interesting to me. I mean, I guess, did you always know that Todd was gay? I mean, because, his gay lovers who gave him up.
I mean,
I guess we did.
I mean, like, hello.
Is he still very straight now?
I think so. I think so. And I think there's like a sliding scale in him. And I think he loves Julie. And look, I feel bad. I feel bad for their kids. And I just am curious, like, are they going to go away together? Like, I mean, like the same time, or is it going to be like a Joe and Teresa where it's stacked? We're talking a lot more years, and the kids for the most part are older, not Chloe, the little girl. And Grayson is still, I think, like 16 or 17. It's just, it's like, what? Look, you'll always stand by your family, right? The kids are absolutely standing by them, as would I. I would still stand by anyone in my family that, was defrauding people in the government. I would 100% stand by my family. But it's like, what do you then say to your kids? Like, is it like, okay, let this be a teach? Like, what is that conversation of like, and it is just to me a little hypocritical, because like with them, it is all about religion. Like, they are very big into religion and Christ and the right way and the God and all of that. I don't even want to say bullshit, but I mean, organized religion to me is bullshit. So I guess I'll say bullshit.
I hear you. No. I mean, look, what's interesting is also we are getting ready to see people, Jen Shah, obviously Teresa, now the Christies, Chrisleys. I mean, it's crazy that they're all going to jail.
And do I think Salt Lake is going to be good without Jen Shah? No, I think she adds something. I just find it hard to watch her. I don't know. And by the way, I know she said that she had that breakdown, and now she says that she was screaming at people that were being homophobic. I mean, like, as you've said on here before, do we believe anything that Jen Shah says?
She tried this. Remember, she tried to come for Lisa Barlow before the season started, alleging that Lisa Barlow had used the N-word and all this stuff. It went nowhere. I know people dislike Lisa Barlow like they dislike everybody, I don't think, does anyone give her any credibility? I mean, I don't. Her fans on her Instagram page, I guess, do. And of course, everybody's got fans, no matter who you are. I mean, OJ Simpson still has fans. I mean, so, people are going to defend her, but I don't believe her for 1 second. Do you? I don't believe anything that comes out of her mouth.
Not even a little bit. Meanwhile, well, what were you going to say? You were going to say something about Andy.
With this about Jen Shah. I mean, it was interesting this week. Andy Cohen essentially, I thought, dropped a lot of nuggets that Jen Shah is going to get a special. He basically said, she's a criminal. She's going to jail, guys. Like, how am I supposed to put her on television through a jail cell? Like, that's basically what he was saying, So he's like, yeah, I love Jen too. We'd love to continue with her. However, in a few months, she's going away to jail for probably 6 years.